And now, from Glasgow.
So hello there, welcome to the Infinity Gauntlet. This is the premium base stage 3. Now I made a very slight boo-boo. Absolutely does not affect the build at all. In the last premium build I actually had a faulty LED set. So I asked Fanhome if they could send me a replacement. They sent me a replacement. Now as you can tell from the first and the second and now the third piece, these packs all look the same, and the only difference really is the label on the actual thing. So all I needed out of the other pack was just the LED board. So what I did is I cut a little slit in it somewhere there and pulled it out. And I've actually pulled the LED board out from premium pack 3, not from the replacement 2. But these are all absolutely identical, and I will go through the parts with you anyway. So this is premium base pack 3, and the parts that we have received, in fact these are identical to the last one, because if you remember the difference between the last one and the one before was that the first one had the little label on the front and the label on there. This hasn't got a label, so it's the same as last issue. So this is C84, it's just called C84. We have C86, we have got B10, which is a plastic light diffuser. We have got EC10, which is exactly the same on all of them. Haven't tested this yet. And then we've got a little pack of goodies, and I've just put my knife down, there we go. So, pack of screws. These are screws 2 times 12 plus 2, so there should be 14 in there. And then we have electrical wire, and this one is labelled ELEC12, whereas on the previous ones they're labelled 17. This one's labelled 15, and now this one's 12, which I find quite interesting, and it's shorter. So 17 to 15 suggests there's a 16 somewhere, but then you'd expect this to be 13. So I don't know, let's see what happens. Right, so the first thing I want to do, I want to skip past where the instructions are and where they should be. I just want to plug this in, and I want to test it first. So I'm actually jumping pretty much to stage 4 for this. Now I had a battery pack there, so there we go. This is what I used last time. This is my little go-to tester. It's a little 3-volt battery pack. It won't do anything any harm, and it's not working. Is it because I've put that in the wrong way round? Can't be, because the batteries have run out. Oh, how interesting. Can't be these, can it? So that's curious. I doubt that's what it is, but I'll just check the polarities. Oh, there we go. So they do work, but the polarities are the other way around, which I find quite interesting. So what I've done there is I've done black on red and red on black, but on all of the others I've done, let's test this one because this is actually the new one. So on this one I've done red on red and black on black, and it doesn't work. It does work. You can't see it because I've got all the lights on, but you can definitely see the reflection there. So that's interesting. You know, it's going to be a case of trust the process. But if something happens and that doesn't work, we'll know why, won't we? Right, so let's get on with the build. So the first stage is to pop this diffuser in, and the way we're going to do that is match the triangle up, pop it into there like so, and we want 4 screws. So these are going into plastic, so no oil required. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So and I'm not going to speed this up, I don't think. I think I'm just going to force you to have a chit chat with me while I do these. I tend to find I have no problems whatsoever with plastic screws. They go in nice and easy, but I'm probably going to bore the hell out of you by doing the exact same thing I've done on the previous 2 pieces of base, but not a problem. So there you go. So in the last video I did ask you the question, do you actually want to see me making the premium bases? So far every stage has been the same, and it's pretty much been the same as the base that came with the actual model. So is it necessary? Having said that, we've obviously got six of these pieces. The question is what happens when we get past the 6 pieces of the base. So will it be a 7-piece stage, for example? There we go, that's in. Right, so the next stage is to screw this in, and we are going to do it there. So we have 2 screw holes, 1, 2, and then we have 2 pegs. There we have a larger and a smaller hole, larger, smaller hole, and the smaller hole goes into the peg, and that just leaves the screw hole there. So again, I'm going to force you to watch me screw these screws in. Well, it's not forced really, is it? I'm aware that you can switch this video off at any time. I certainly hope you don't, because I certainly do enjoy your company. Oh, I think the hatchet bit on my screwdriver is starting to wear out, which is such a shame because I do love that screwdriver. It's helped me out so many times, and you can use it as a really precise screwdriver. You can use it as a ratchet screwdriver, but if you hold it there, it actually goes the same way regardless of which way you turn the handle. So you can, when you're trying to get your screws in, you can get them in a lot quicker. This is a little bit too tough for that, but I'm finding quite often I'm screwing a screw in and then all of a sudden it slips and you've just got to push that back up. And I've tried to find another screwdriver exactly the same, they don't seem to make them anymore. Right, that I am 99% happy with. It's got an ever so slight wobble to it. Yeah, that's perfect now. There we go, I'm happy with that. Right, so that's that piece done. So the next step then would be to attach the wire. Obviously we've already attached this ELEC12 wire, so we won't be attaching it twice. And then we just need to finish that off with... Yeah, I missed the triangle bit out. Do you know what? I'm an absolute duffer. This should actually have gone on first. So it should actually have gone on there. And then we're going to slide. You see there's a little bit there. And that's going to go over that bit there. And that will attach with 3 screws. So I am ever so sorry, guys. This is why I shouldn't skim read. I skim read the instructions, and sometimes I inadvertently this screwdriver is actually too small. I don't think I've got a bigger head screwdriver. I'm positive I haven't, unless that one will work. Oh, yep, that's a good one. Let's try that. It's not really a Phillips head screwdriver, but it works. Look, I'll have to remember that for the next time I do the build, because I find the perfect screwdriver head, and then by the time I do the next stage, especially when I'm getting stage packs of, you know, monthly packs, I forget which screwdriver head I needed. And that's not going in. Now, is this 3 screws or 2 screws? I think it's 3. There we go. Lovely. Some of these screws you can actually get away with what I call a full-size screwdriver, you know, proper DIY screwdriver, as they are quite large screws. Right, so that's the 2 screws in, and we just need to finish it off there with this one. And I tell you what, you can feel the premium. I've made a comment about, I'm not sure if I'd have known that we were getting the base, I don't know if I would have paid for the premium base. But do you know what, to be honest with you, there is a bit of premium about it, and I wonder if it is actually worth the extra money. Right, so the next thing we need to do is make sure the wires are out of the way, obviously. With this upside down and with our new piece upside down, we need to place that in there. So we're actually placing it from the top. Make sure they all slide into place there. And that will be screwed together with 3 screws. I can't seem to get this in. Oh dear. There we go. Make sure there's nothing trapped. So that is, as you can see, half of the base done. So the screw holes we're after is 1, 2 and 3. There are some other screw holes, so I think there's going to be a cover coming with this base. Certainly looks that way. And I can start to see some channels. Let me just pop this screw in, and then I'll tell you exactly what I mean. So we have some holes there. Now this looks to me like that's going to go through there and all the way there. This one, being slightly shorter, can go through just those 2, and you can see that we're left with roughly the same length, and this one is the shortest one so far. So I'm wondering if that piece there is going to house a circuit board. I have no evidence of that. It's just using a little bit of observation. Wouldn't it be good? And there are lots and lots of screw holes left over, which suggests to me that there will be a bottom going on here to cover all of this. That certainly makes a lot of sense. So, you know, maybe my premium base is going to get even more premium. Obviously the only question I need to ask though, is this cat proof? I have had an incident before where a very small female kitten, not mentioning any names, did knock partwork off the shelf. Right guys, there we go. That is the premium base stage 3 complete. All the LEDs have been tested. These work by connecting my black to black and red to red cables, and this one is black to red and red to black. I'm a little bit dubious of that, but I'm trusting the process. So I reckon it won't be too many weeks until I, do you know what, let me have a look at this. 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4. Why is there a screw in there? Did I put that screw in the wrong place? What? Oh, that's for the, yeah. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Yeah, they're all lined up. Obviously you've got to keep an eye that you haven't missed any of the bases. Right guys, so there you go. There is the base. There is the front of the base. That's where obviously where the glove is going to go, and then there's going to be these lights coming up. I wonder if they'll work like searchlights. That'll be pretty good, won't it? And look, we've got something there as well, so there's going to be something on the corners. This is getting exciting, guys. I'm quite looking forward to the rest of this. So 3 stages of the premium base done. So back to normal programming next week, when we will be doing the next stage of the gauntlet. At this particular stage I can't tell you what that will be. As you know, it's the end of the pack. We don't know what we're getting until it arrives. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next week. Take care guys, bye bye.